We're talking about what's happening in your hometown. This is Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
And welcome into Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Hometown Today is presented by Professional Floor Covering, your store for floors and so much more. The new year is the perfect time for a new look for your home, whether you're dreaming of brand new cabinets and countertops, stylish new flooring, or a luxurious shower or tub. Professional Floor Covering has everything you need to transform your space. When it comes to flooring, they have got it all. You can choose from many different types, styles, and brands of flooring, including that great selection of carpet. Randy always keeps probably 50 plus rolls of carpet in stock, plus a whole lot more that you can order in as well. Plus, they've got hardwood, a great selection of laminate and LVP. They do tile and stone, and they can make you a custom area rug as well. Randy and his team will come out to measure, provide suggestions on type of flooring at price points that meet your budget. Professional Floor Covering, 713 Park Avenue in Beaver Dam, online at PROFLR.com. Happy Monday. Hope you had a fantastic weekend, pretty mild weekend out there. A little bit of snow yesterday. I woke up yesterday morning and thought, okay, a little bit of dusting. Great morning to stay in. So that's exactly what I did. Coming up tonight here on 95.3 WBEV, we've got Bucks basketball for you as the Bucks head to Oklahoma City. 6:30 for the pregame coverage here on 95.3 WBEV. On the high school sports side of things, the Beaver Dam girls basketball team is on the road at Laconia tonight. Mike Tronson has the call for you. Beginning at 7 o'clock over on Daily Dodge TV and our sister station, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam. So that is what's coming up tonight. And, of course, don't forget, this Saturday, February 8th, mark your calendar for the Noel's 18th birthday celebration. It's an all-day pizza party with an angel. The Smith family from Noel's Angel Walk have once again teamed up with Marco's Pizza here in Beaver Dam for an all-day event. 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. this Saturday. When you make your purchase at Marco's Pizza in Beaver Dam, 20% of the sales will be donated to the Noel's Angel Walk and the Good Karma Brands John Moser Children's Radiothon. So if you're ordering online this Saturday, make sure to use code NOEL, N-O-E-L, or if you order by phone or in person, do mention Noel's Angel Walk. And again, 20% of the proceeds will go to the Noel's Angel Walk and part of the Good Karma Brands John Moser Children's Radiothon. That's this Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., Marco's Pizza in Beaver Dam. When we come back, we'll visit with a few folks with the world premiere of a new show coming to Beaver Dam Area Community Theater. That is when we come back here on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
Welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Hometown Today is presented by Professional Floor Covering, also brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings. We are happy to welcome in our first guests of the morning. They are with a production coming to Beaver Dam Area Community Theater, and we've had the pleasure of having a couple of different guests from BDACT on here in the last couple of weeks, and I'm going to use a term that we've used a couple of times recently when it comes to BDACT, which is the term world premiere. That's right. Beaver Dam Area Community Theater has yet another world premiere for us. How lucky we are here in Beaver Dam that we've had a couple of those as of late. Cobble Me This, coming to Beaver Dam Area Community Theater April 3rd through the 6th. And with the show, we welcome in director and writer of the show, Deb Meyer. The producer, Sarah Schrouth, is with us as well, and stage manager Naomi Guzman-Boomsma. Good morning, ladies. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for having us.
Looking forward to talking a little bit about the show, and we'll just throw out there at the beginning, auditions are happening this week, the 3rd, the 4th, and the 6th, right? Take the 5th off, and then callbacks happen on the 6th, if I'm not mistaken.
Actually, the auditions are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
And
okay.
callbacks are Thursday.
Okay, very good. And we'll get to talking a little bit about the show and some of the characters as well here coming up on the program. But we want to get to know you ladies a little bit first. So we'll go down the line, have you each tell us a little bit about kind of some of your theater history. And Deb Meyer, we'll start with you.
All right. Well, mostly I'm a writer.
Okay.
A playwright. I've been involved in several playwright groups in the Madison area, Playwrights Inc., and then there's another group it's just called Jan's Group because it meets at Jan Levine Thal's house, and she's a very well-known writer and director in Madison. And so my work goes through many, many readings at these various groups, and I've been writing for over 20 years, and produced a show at Beaver Dam a few years ago. It was a children's play called Curses, A Fractured Fairy's Tale, and worked with a wonderful group of middle school students for that show, and now I have the opportunity to bring another one of my plays to life.
All right, very good. That is Deb Meyer, director and author of Cobble Me This, coming to BDACT April 3rd through the 6th. Naomi Guzman, Boomsma, she is the stage manager. Naomi, tell us a little bit about your theater background.
Oh, there's so much. Well, my first degree was in voice performance and theater. So I've had theater background in college and high school, but then I went on to work with the Milwaukee Players, which they are no longer together, but I did backstage stuff. I've been on stage. I've performed overseas in a community theater group in Indonesia for a while, and then I also toured with the National Theater of the Deaf, because I'm also a teacher of the deaf and hard of hearing. So I was an interpreter previously, too. So then I toured with the National Theater of the Deaf for one season, where I was working with 3 other deaf actors. And I was the only hearing person, so I got to voice all the characters, which was very interesting. So, and then I had to hiatus, getting married, having children, all that fun stuff. And now I moved up here to the area. And so for the last 2 years, I've been trying to get back involved in theater again. So this year I'm as Sarah says, are you not in anything? So I've been involved in quite a few productions already this season. So.
What can you tell us about some of the other productions you've been a part of?
I was just in Gingerbread Clinic from Dan Landis.
And which character did you play?
I was Dr. Sabina. I was the doctor of the clinic.
Okay.
And then I did the fall murder mystery as well. Murder Me This, or Murder Me Always. Murder Me Always.
Gotcha.
And then, yeah.
Okay, very good. That is Naomi Guzman-Boomsma. She is the stage manager for Cobble Me This. Sarah Schrouth, she is the producer. Sarah, tell us a little bit about your background in theater history.
Well, I could probably start going all the way back to 6th grade when I was in Benjamin's Bottle if you want me to do that one for you, but we won't go there. Probably 1990, I started with the Beaver Dam Community Theater, and that was just doing painting and And that's how I started. And then I started doing stage managing, and I pretty much did a lot of shows for BDACT for stage managing, because that's probably what I enjoy the most. I've been in a couple of shows. I was in Grease. I was in Footloose. I was in, oh Lord, what is the other one? King and I. So, I mean, I've done a little bit of acting, more singing, kind of in the background type of a thing. But then I also, right now I've been doing a lot of props, which is really probably one of my joys, is trying to run around and find random props for random shows. Mm-hmm. And other than that, and then producing. So this is my second time producing, and that's about it, probably.
And what was your first production for producing?
Oh my heavens, I don't even know if I can remember the name of the show anymore. I can't remember the name of the show anymore. It was a long. I'll put it to the right. It was a long time ago. It was a long time ago. Yeah.
Again, we are joined by Deb Meyer. She is the director and author. Sarah Schrouth is the producer, and Naomi Guzman-Boomsma is the stage manager for Cobble Me This, coming to Beaver Dam Area Community Theater April 3rd through the 6th. Going to be a great show, and we're going to get to learn a little bit about the show when we come back with more Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
You're listening to Hometown Today on the 5,000-watt flamethrower on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
And welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Hometown Today is presented by Professional Floor Covering, also brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam. We're here with a few of the folks of the world premiere of Cobble Me This, coming to Beaver Dam Area Community Theater April 3rd through the 6th. We have with us the director and author, Deb Meyer, Sarah Schrouth, the producer of the show, and Naomi Guzman-Boomsma, stage manager for the show, are all joining us here on the show this morning. And we got to learn a little bit about your backgrounds. And Deb, I wanted to go back to you just for a minute or two. And you kind of touched on it earlier, but talk a little bit about your background in history and writing and some of the things that you've worked on.
Okay, well, as I mentioned, I've been writing for probably over 20 years, and I think it started, I worked for a company many years ago. I was the art director there, and for company parties, they would want skits done for the employees, just for entertainment during the evening. So I would write skits. And then I did some church, Christmas pageants and Easter things, the kind of traditional writings for those kinds of events. And then I just got involved with this group, Playwrights Inc. in Madison. And there's writers all over Madison, and we would bring our work to the group. We meet once a month, and we have actors that read our work, and then we get feedback from the actors and from the other playwrights. And it really helps us tighten up our work, make it stronger, make sure it's got a good arc and storytelling. So I've been doing that for, like I said, many years. And
Where, as a writer, where do you find yourself drawing inspiration for what you're writing?
well, it's definitely from life.
Okay.
My first play that was published or that I did at BDACT was Curses, A Fractured Fairy's Tale. And it was inspired by my grandson, who at the time was going through, he was very young, and he was going through a lot of changes. They moved, he changed schools, changed daycares, moved a few times, and he would act out in ways that were not characteristic for him. And we're like, well, what's going on with him? And he finally had a teacher sit down with him and say, what's going on? And he's like, I don't like change. I miss my old house. I miss my old friends. I miss all the things that he was missing. And so that inspired my Marigold character, who was a fairy who hated change and was casting random curses on anybody who ticked her off.
Oh, I'd love that.
Yeah. Naomi's over here like, how possible is that?
Right?
Can we do that?
How possible is that?
Yes.
Cobble Me This. We're going to get into what the show is all about, but if you take a moment and throw out all the important dates and information people need to know about the show.
Important dates are this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night. We auditions, because if we don't have a cast, we don't have a show. And then we'll be rehearsing for the next 7 weeks or so until our performance, April 3rd through the 6th. So,
What time are the auditions?
Auditions are from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m.
6:30 to 8:30 p.m.
Yep.
Tonight, Tuesday, and
at
Wednesday.
the Beaver Dam Theater. Yep.
At Beaver Dam Area Community Theater, so folks can come in, and there's a number of roles you'll be casting for, which we'll talk about coming up. I lost my question now. I
would suggest that they register beforehand if they can.
Oh, yes.
So they have to register online. Otherwise, we will have ability for you either to do it on your phone or on a laptop to fill out an audition form. But they do ask that you fill out a form online.
Okay. Have you, Deb? Have you been through the audition process before from this standpoint of casting a show?
Yes. Well, when I did my Curses show,
Sure.
I did auditions. We did auditions for that. I did auditions for that, and then I have been involved in a lot of other shows as a producer and worked with the director and with auditions. One at Broome Street Theater, one we did with Playwrights Inc. many years ago, and last spring I worked with Frank Piat at the Sun Prairie Civic Theater and sat in on his auditions for Barefoot in the Park and helped out with that show. So
Gotcha.
I've observed a lot of auditions.
Sure.
I have done some auditions myself. For a while I had a video production company, and I would write short scripts, videotape them, and so in that case I often had people in mind that I knew would do a good job with the script. So I didn't really need to audition them. I kind of wrote for specific people.
Sure.
But this will be fun because, I've talked to a few people when we did the table reading. They said, I love the script. I want to audition for it. It's like, great, please come and audition for it. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the auditions this week.
What for folks who maybe are thinking about coming to audition, what kind of time commitment are they looking at to be in the show for rehearsals and show dates and things like that?
Well, we'll be rehearsing 5 nights a week for
Couple weeks,
7 weeks or
few
so.
weeks. Okay, okay, very good. What else? What else is important for people to know if they're thinking about auditioning for this show?
Well, we're leaning into a Scottish brogue because the play is set in the Scottish Highlands in the mid-1700s. And so actors who would like to be in the show will have to lean into watching a lot of YouTube videos probably and work on their Scottish accents. I'm not looking for absolute perfection, but enough to give the essence of a Scottish brogue.
Sure. So, Naomi and Sarah, have you been practicing your Scottish? Because I know it's so important
not
for the
enough.
producer and stage manager
Yeah,
to be able
yes,
to
exactly.
have
I
the
was just
proper
gonna say.
accent for the
Exactly.
show.
I watch a show that has a lot of Scottish-speaking people on it, but other than that, no, not really.
Yeah, I just take it from Mike Miters. If it's not Scottish, it's crap. You know. You know, that kind of thing from the Saturday Night
That's
Live.
awesome.
And then, the movie Brave. I don't know if you, because,
yes.
people who have young children watch Brave, and I have a 5-year-old, and so I was watching that this weekend to kind of get into the tune of it, just to hear it.
And Naomi and Sarah, will you guys get to be part of the audition process as well alongside Deb?
Yes.
We will be there. Yeah.
What is your guys' process for figuring out who fits what character and how to narrow down that cast?
Well, they will be reading sections from the play,
Okay.
and they will be reading just other pieces of copy, just to see how well people can think on their feet, how relaxed they are, how easygoing they are, look for maybe how people will work together and play off each other, characters play off each other. So we want it to be a relaxed and enjoyable experience.
Sure.
We don't want people to feel stressed out or anything.
They don't need to come to auditions dressed in full Scottish
No.
garb.
No.
Kilts
Okay,
for
no
Please,
kilts
no.
required.
Unless somebody wants to come in a kilt, then that's
Yeah.
okay.
If you got it, yeah.
Why
Want to take the
not?
kilt
If you
out
want
the
to
back of the
flaunt it,
closet,
yeah.
Yes.
mhm.
That's all on you. We're chatting with a couple of folks from Cobble Me This, coming to Beaver Dam Area Community Theater April 3rd through the 6th. We've got the director and author Deb Meyer, producer Sarah Schrouth, and stage manager Naomi Guzman-Boomsma joining us here on Hometown Today. When we come back, we'll get to talk a little bit more about the show itself and learn some of the characters that people will be auditioning for. That's coming up on Hometown Today from 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
Hi, this is Randy, owner of Professional Floor Covering, and you're listening to Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
And welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Hometown Today is presented by Professional Floor Covering. It's also brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings in Beaver Dam, where they are having a mattress sale going on now through Saturday, February 15th. McKinstry's is proud to offer Simmons and Sybil mattresses made right here in Wisconsin. Both of those quality mattress companies offer many benefits to you at low prices. Adjustable bases also on sale. With adjustable bases, you can find the most comfortable sleeping position for your body. With the push-up button, you can raise your head, push another button, and your legs raised. Some models even have massaging options and head tilt. Plus, McKinstry's offers free delivery and setup. They can also arrange the disposal of your old mattress set, which is super helpful. Sheets and mattress protectors have also been marked down for this big event. Stop in for the mattress sale at McKinstry's Home Furnishings, celebrating 167 years in downtown Beaver Dam, where customers matter and quality counts. We are visiting with a few of the folks of the world premiere of Cobble Me This, coming to Beaver Dam Area Community Theater April 3rd through the 6th. We have joining us the director and author Deb Meyer, producer Sarah Schrouth, and stage manager Naomi Guzman-Boomsma. Let's talk a little bit about this show, Cobble Me This. When I read, I said, that is an interesting title. There's got to be some story here. Give us a little background, what the show is all about.
Well, it was actually loosely inspired by the Elves and the Shoemaker story.
Oh, okay.
So, except that in this case, my characters are brindles. So, brindles are a mythical character. They came alive in my head. Humans can't see them or hear them. So, as they are interacting with the other characters on the stage, all kinds of craziness can happen because the other characters can't see them, and they're mischievous.
Okay.
And while the Elves and the Shoemaker, the elves cobbled shoes for the cobbler, the brindles, one of them is an incessant enabler. So he wants to solve everybody's problems. And the other brindle, Fern, just wants to go fishing. He really does not care about these humans and all their issues. So there's a lot of tension between them. And my poor cobbler fell out of a tree and broke his arm.
Oh, hate it when that happens.
Right?
So he needs some help.
If every time I came across a cobbler who had fallen out of a tree.
Right?
You had a nickel for every time.
Yeah, exactly. I'd have exactly 5 cents.
Yes.
And it was only because of the mention that you just made. So let's talk. Obviously, we've got the works of a very interesting storyline. Let's talk about some characters that are out there that folks are going to be auditioning for this week.
Well, there are 5 characters in the play. The 2 brindles, Maze and Fern. As I said, they're mythical characters. And then there's the cobbler, Fergus, and his wife, Emilia. And as I mentioned, the poor cobbler fell out of a tree. He's recovering from a broken arm. His wonderful, sweet wife, Emilia, she's just done in. She is tired of managing everything for this cobbler, and she wants a break. And then there's Sidney the Snitcher, who is half human, half brindle, and he kind of pops in and pops out, just stirring up a little mischief here and there. So those are the 5 characters.
Okay, very good. We have Deb Meyer. She is the director and author of Cobble Me This, coming to Beaver Dam Area Community Theater April 3rd through the 6th. We're also joined by Sarah Schrouth, the producer of the show, and Naomi Guzman-Boomsma is the stage manager for Cobble Me This. I wanted to go around, Sarah and Naomi, ask each of you, what was there anything in particular that drew you to this show, or you've enjoyed in particular so far?
Well, go ahead. If you want to start, go ahead.
I was going to say, mine is, I love mythical. I love anything that's like that. And so when I found out that Deb was doing a show like that, I got pretty excited about it because, I don't know, I love whimsy, and I think that that's kind of what it is a little bit. And I love the idea of helping Deb, like, create her vision of what the show is going to be, who she's going to cast. Because I know, quite a few people, who will probably try out and stuff like that too, and see her characters and who she sees fits with what. And so that's pretty much was my jump into the whole situation. I was excited about something different in town too, to see something a little bit different, especially for adults.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How about you, Naomi? What kind of drew you to this show?
Well, one thing that I find that this show has a little bit of everything in it. So it's got comedy, it's a little bit serious, it's thought-provoking, it's got all sorts of, it's even got like its own little moral, kind of thing, which I find fantastic. And I wanted to add to Deb's thing about the characters, like the Brindles can be men or women, because I didn't want women to think, oh, I shouldn't try out for it because it's an all-male cast except for one person. So I think that, and I, of course, I'm not the director, but in my brain, I'm like, ooh, that one could be a woman, and like I kind of I can see the characters in my head too. So it's just, I think that it's very thought-provoking, and there's really funny parts, and there's really serious parts, and I like that it has everything, like how you talked about when you're writing group, the ebb and flow and the rises and falls that happen in the story are really quite wonderful.
Sarah, as producer, your job is to kind of bring Deb's imagination to life on the stage, and obviously Naomi, you're a big part of that as well. So you guys work closely together. Have you worked together, of the mix of the three of you, have you worked together before?
No.
How did this trio kind of come to be?
How did this trio come to be? Well, I was just going to say, Deb was looking for people to help with her show. Kim Doyle contacted me and said, hey, we have a show. Here. And I said, send me the script. I'll take a look at it and read it. And I was like, oh, this sounds fun. I'm like, and it's not like a super long, it's just a weekend show. So it's, it's time consuming, but it's not horribly time consuming. And then I somehow met up with Naomi at an audition at someplace or something like that. I don't even remember which show it was.
I think I auditioned for I Love You, You're Perfect.
No, it was the Lumberjacks.
Oh, Lumberjacks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause I
she
helped
and
out
I
with
worked
that one,
together in
too.
Lumberjacks, sort of, kind of.
Yes. And then I was looking for people, because that's what the producer does, is has to look for people to help out with the show. And Naomi she's like, I'll be stage manager.
I'll stage manager.
She goes, my wife will be. She goes, she can be like
the house manager.
Yeah, house manager.
I voluntold
She did.
my spouse, you're going to be the house manager.
And I was like, done and done.
So there you go.
Don't you see? Isn't it great when a plan comes together?
Yeah,
I know.
It was.
We're visiting
There's
with
Sarah going, yes.
We're visiting with some of the crew from Cobble Me This, coming to BDACT April 3rd through the 6th. We have Deb Meyer, the director and author. Sarah Schrouth is the producer. Naomi Guzman-Boomsma is the stage manager. I want to go around the table. This is always a tough one when I talk to folks from theater. You're in a little bit better, because sometimes for actors I ask, who's your favorite character? Do you have a favorite character, or at least one that kind of sticks out to you in this show? And so, Deb, I'll start with you.
Well, of course, because I created all
They're all
of
kind of
them.
your
Yeah,
babies.
they're babies, yeah.
But I have to say that Mace and Fern, just the dynamics between the two of them, where one is kind of diligent problem solver, wants to help everybody, and the other one is more sarcastic, more comical. Just the way they play off each other is really fun.
Naomi, how about you? What character sticks out for you in this show?
Well, I'm not sarcastic at all, so I think Fern wouldn't be like my number one at all. But no, I think that even like the dynamic between the husband and wife, Fergus and Amelia, I just think that it's interesting how it evolves. And so, but Fern would be my number one character, but I do like the interactions between the husband and wife too, and how they evolve throughout the show.
And Sarah, how about you?
I would have to say that I probably like Mace, and that's probably just because I am a problem solver.
Yeah, you're the helper.
I am the helper. I always want to be like, oh my goodness, that person needs help. Oh my goodness, that kind of a thing. So
Probably a good skill to have as a producer.
As a producer,
Yeah.
Probably yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
I try to be a bit of too much of a problem solver sometimes, but yes,
There you go.
I definitely see that character.
Mm-hmm.
I know you wanted to share a couple of lines from the show, if you will. I'll turn it over to you.
All right. Well, Naomi and I are going to share a few lines of the Fern and May's.
Okay.
They're not any like they're not in
Sure.
actual script
Just
order.
to kind of give an idea for folks who may
And
be
I will
thinking
do my
about
best.
joining
And we'll do our best,
Get
Kyle.
an idea for some of the things they might be auditioning for.
Right. So this is Fern speaking. He'd say, "There's shoes. We be cobbling stinking shoes, which, by the way, are giving me hands the nubbins."
And then Maze is like, the boar's tusk, that's where she goes every night. I thought she'd be collecting lavender and sage by moonlight. I kind of did it.
That was good.
Hey, that's not too
That was
bad.
awesome.
Boots. Stubby needs boots.
Aye. And I need fresh fish for dinner, preferably trout or a couple of tasty perch. They're brain food.
The goat can't see ya.
She just pulled a shillin' out of a previously empty tin. You don't find that a wee bit suspicious?
It's all. Can I say half those lines just sound like Scottish insults?
Right?
I wasn't sure if you were reading the live play or you just gone off script and we're just insulting.
We're just doing it. I was like,
Yeah.
hi.
Exactly. So there you go. A couple
Take
of
that.
lines. A couple of the lines from Cobble Me This coming to Beaver Dam Area Community Theater April 3rd through the 6th. If you can, again, throw out all the pertinent details and information on the auditions for us, if you would.
Auditions are this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night at the Beaver Dam Community Theater from 6:30 to 8:30. We'll be upstairs in Encore Hall doing the auditions up there.
But we'll have somebody probably down in the lobby greeting you.
Okay.
And you must register online,
Yes.
or you will be registering online when you get there. But either way, you must register online.
So super helpful if you register. Head on BDACT.org. Come casual.
Come casual, be ready to just have fun.
Kilt's optional.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, definitely.
Anything else we need to know that we didn't touch on about Cobble Me This?
The only other thing that I was going to say, too, is going to say people who are willing to help, if anybody wants to do concessions, we need building people, we need painting people, we could have people for helping with costumes, backstage, if Naomi needs help with anything. We always need people. That's the whole thing. And
Yeah.
if you want to be involved, we can give you the smallest task and just see, get your foot in the
Yep.
door a little bit and see how it is.
Yeah, that's always a great point because these shows just can't happen without volunteers. And
Correct.
so we need folks to step up, and there are just a variety of roles regardless of what your skill set might be. So,
Correct.
it can be something super involved. It can be something very, very minimal. It can be something as simple as serving concessions,
Yep.
helping clean up, whatever
Yes.
it may be. So, so if you're interested, again, check out bdact.org for all those opportunities because the show can't go on without all those good support people. So that is certainly appreciated. Again, Cobble Me This coming to Beaver Dam Area Community Theater April 3rd through the 6th. Auditions happening tonight, tomorrow, and Wednesday, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, 6:30 to 8:30. Did I get
Correct.
that right? I forgot to write that down, but I remembered it. So if you're thinking about doing that, those are the important dates to remember. And come on out and prepare your best Scottish accent.
Yes, please.
Deb Meyer, the director and author. Sarah Schrouth is the producer. And Naomi Guzman-Boomsma, the stage manager for Cobble Me This. Thanks so much for visiting with us today. And can't wait to see the show coming up in April.
Yep.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
having us.
All right, we are going to be back with more Hometown Today coming up here on 95.3 WBEV, presented by Professional Floor Covering, your store for floors, and so much more. Randy and the team have a great selection of flooring, countertops, and cabinets. Plus, if you're getting to ready to redo that bathroom, they are the team to work with. There are so many options when it comes to updating your bathroom, from color, material choice, size, arrangement. Their design team is there to help. Maybe you're thinking about adding some glass enclosures to make your bathroom feel a little bigger, or doing a tub to shower conversions to make it easier to get in and out of that tub. They will come into your home, measure everything up for free, and give you all your options. Professional Floor Covering, 713 Park Avenue in Beaver Dam, online at PROFLR.com. We're back with more Hometown Today after this on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
93 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
And welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Hometown Today is presented by Professional Floor Covering, your store for floors, and so much more. Whether you're looking for flooring, you're looking to update that bathroom with a new shower or tub, or you're looking for new countertops or cabinets, the team at Professional Floor Covering is who you want to work with, especially when it comes to those countertops. That's right, whether you're updating your countertops in your kitchen or your bathroom, the material, the color, and the pattern of a countertop all play a big role in how a kitchen or bath remodel will turn out. And at Professional Floor Covering, they offer a large selection of quartz, granite, marble, and laminate countertops, and they'll help you find the perfect countertop that fits with both you, your lifestyle, and your design. Professional Floor Covering, 713 Park Avenue in Beaver Dam, or online at proflr.com. Hey, don't forget, if you're if you're kind of getting sick of the cold Wisconsin weather and you're looking to just get out of Dodge, make sure to check out our 95.3 WBEV Taste of Tuscany trip coming up this fall, October 28th through November 5th. Going to be an amazing trip. A 7-night hotel stay in Monte Catini Terme, the famous resort and spa town. You'll be able to enjoy fabulous local wines, enjoy the region's famous cuisine, discover sprawling, beautiful hillsides, and enjoy some special experiences like a Tuscan cooking class as well. We've teamed up with Colette to handle all the details, your flights, your hotels, your meals. All of it is taken care of for you, and it's going to be an amazing trip. If you're interested, call Holly at Memory Making Travel, 262-707-3342, or visit the Taste of Tuscany page on DailyDodge.com. We'll be back with more Hometown Today in just a moment on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
Floor Covering, bringing together friends and neighbors on Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
And welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Dodge Hometown Today. It's presented by Professional Floor Covering, also brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam. We are happy to welcome in our next guest here on the show. They are with the Wisconsin Winter Fun Day, I should say, coming this Saturday to Springbrook Events in Burnett. It's put on by the Wisconsin State Horse Council Equine Foundation. We have joining us Diane Sackett and Dave Kluge are both here. Thanks so much for coming in and spending some time with us this morning. Well, let's talk first. We'll get into the event a little bit and talk about all the fun stuff that's going to be happening. But this is being put on by the Wisconsin State Horse Council Equine Foundation. Talk a little bit about what the Equine Foundation is, what it's all about, and some of the things you guys do.
So the Equine Foundation is part of the Wisconsin Horse Council. That group's been around for many years, and we also put on the Midwest Horse Fair every April.
Yeah.
So the three groups, the Foundation, the Horse Council, and the Midwest Horse Fair, kind of all work together, just supporting each other and the equine industry in Wisconsin. And the foundation is the 501c3, where we call ourselves a charitable arm.
Okay.
And so we can receive donations and we give grants and scholarships. Most recently, we awarded 7 scholarships to students that are continuing their education in equine careers or professions to support the equine industry.
Okay. What else should folks know about the Equine Foundation?
That we're a small group of hardworking volunteers.
Okay. Is it spans the entire state? I take it.
It does. We have our officers are, a lot of us are in the area around here, but we also reach out to people in the north part of the state and get them involved as well, and try to be an organization for the whole state of Wisconsin.
Okay, very good. And what we should have touched on this earlier, but tell us a little bit about each of your roles and how you're involved in all this.
Hardworking volunteers. So I've been part of the foundation for probably about 20 years. Not quite since it was kicked off the ground, but for quite a while. And currently, I'm the secretary for the organization, and so I keep track of notes. But there's a lot of people that do a whole lot more than me in the organization.
And I know this is something close to you. Not only are you part of the foundation, but talk a little bit about your equine background, because you've been involved in that stuff for quite some time. Yeah,
I have. We've in my family, we've had horses since we were all kids and grew up with them. And I guess since I was a teenager, I've been involved with a lot of the local groups around the area, and just, supporting the horses and the horse industry, and getting out there promoting horses and trying to keep kids involved in horses, and that gets harder and harder all the time. Just they're so busy with everything in their young lives that trying to get them to commit to horses is a big deal, because it takes a lot of work and time for the equines to be a positive impact on them. But hanging around a long time.
And Dave, tell us a little bit about your background and how you got involved in all this.
Well, I was raised on a farm up around Appleton.
Okay.
And then I moved out to Colorado. We were into horses then when I was a kid. We got a horse, and I moved out to Colorado, and I got into natural horsemanship when I was out there, and did a bunch of study on that. And I traveled around the country for about 10, 15 years or so, doing clinics and stuff. Oh, okay. But then when I moved back here, we got horses, and we work with them. My part of the organization here is I get to do the fun part. I get to put on the sleigh stuff, but the sleigh stuff is a little bit dubious right now because of the weather. But instead of using sleighs, of course, what we're going to use is wheeled vehicles, carriages and carts and stuff like that.
All right, very good. Again, we're visiting with Diane Sackett and Dave Kluge with Winter Fun Day coming up this Saturday, February 8th at Springbrook Events in Burnett, put on by the Wisconsin State Horse Council Equine Foundation. How many years have each of you been involved with this particular event?
Well, this year we are calling it our 15-year anniversary.
Okay.
And I've been involved since the year one. We started down in Columbus at the Fireman's Park, and we kind of outgrew that facility. So we moved to Springbrook about 5 years ago, and everybody loves Springbrook. The whole facility is so great and so pretty, and they're great to work with. And the model horse show that's a part of our Winter Fun Day. It's the biggest model horse show in the Midwest, and because people love Springbrook so much, they call it a destination show.
Okay.
Because they love coming there and the ambience and showing there and everything.
It's an amazing facility and really beautiful venue. And it was funny. I was just with some family this weekend, and somebody in the family said, "Did you guys know there's this like really beautiful barn venue out by Burnett?" I said, "Yeah, Springbrook, familiar with it. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we know that.
Yeah, I know that one. So again, Winter Fun Day coming to Springbrook this Saturday. Going to be a really fun time, and we're going to talk a little bit about some of the details, some of the activities that are going to be happening, and the things you'll get to enjoy there when we come back to visit more with Diane Sackett and Dave Kluge here on Hometown Today from 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
Hi, it's Randy from Professional Floor Covering, bringing you Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
And welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Hometown Today is presented by Professional Floor Covering. It's also brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings. We are visiting with Diane Sackett and Dave Kluge with the Winter Fun Day coming to Springbrook this Saturday. And let's talk a little bit about the event and what folks can expect when they come out to Winter Fun Day. What are some of the activities that are going to be going on?
So the big thing we have going on the second floor of the event barn is the model horse show, and people come from all over the Midwest and they show their model horses and compete for some awards and points on those horses that they bring. So that starts like 7:30 in the morning.
Oh, wow,
They'll be
okay.
setting up and get going with that. And that goes all day long. And the public is welcome to go upstairs and, walk around and look at things, but don't touch. don't knock anything over. Don't touch
respectful,
anything.
yeah.
Right. Because, these people, these exhibitors that come, they have a lot of money in those model horses, so so respect that. We do have breakfast at the Sleigh Bell Cafe. We have food all day long, but we have some wonderful breakfast dishes, and then we'll go into the lunchtime where we have brats, hot dogs, potato soup, chili, famous grilled cheese. So lots of good food. So you can come and snack and eat all day. And we have I'll say bobsled rides,
Yeah.
but they'll be wagon rides most likely, because I don't think we're going to get our snow that we need by Saturday. So we'll have wagon rides that will be put on by the Midwest Draft Horse Enthusiasts. They bring a couple of teams of the big boys to pull the wagons around. That is a ticket event. You do have to buy a ticket for the bobsleds. We have a lot of door prizes. We call it a bucket auction.
Sure.
So you can buy tickets, and we've got about 50 different buckets of prizes that you can win. Some of our big items, we have Tractor Supply of Waupun. They are donating a grill for us, a grill/griddle. So we have that. That'll be a big ticket item. And then something new this year is a chainsaw wood carving artist. So she's bringing some things that'll be for sale, and she also has an eagle that she's carved, and that'll be on the bucket auction also, where you can buy tickets to win a beautiful wood carved eagle.
Okay. Wow, that is awesome. Anything else going on that day? What kind of other activities are we looking at?
Well, we have shopping. So there's some vendors that are set up, different crafts made out of wood, or we have the 31 bags, we have jams and jellies, just a whole variety of different vendors that we have set up that you can wander through and see what they all have for sale.
I heard rumors about a bonfire. Is there any truth to that?
Yes, there is truth to that. One of the local saddle clubs in Dodge County, called Crystal Creek Riders, they sponsor a bonfire. We call it a bonfire or warming fire. So you can, bring a chair, sit around the fire outside all day. We have everything you need to make s'mores, and just listen to the sleigh bells.
That is Diane Sackett. We've got Dave Kluge with us as well. And Dave, you touched on it a little earlier. You're helping out with the quote unquote bobsled rides, and I know you're watching the forecast this week really, really closely, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I don't have any control over that, unfortunately. But I'm not actually in charge of the bobsled rides.
Okay.
This is more like a sleigh rally.
Sure.
Except in this particular case, we're going to have wheeled vehicles, of course,
Okay.
if the ground, we don't get the snow.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's going to start, registration starts about 10 or so, and you can come and register your turnout. And when I say turnout, what I mean by that is it's the combination of the horse, the harness, the vehicle, and the passengers.
Okay.
Okay, and so the public is going to be able to participate in that. We're going to have like we would call it a parade of sleighs, but in this case, it'll probably be a parade of carriages. Okay, but we're going to have several awards for that, and the public gets to participate in those. Excuse me. We got a Courier and Ives Award, and what that is an award for people for the turnout that represents the sleighing, or in this case, carriage vehicles, from about 1850 through the turn of the century, 1900s or so. And so they're judged on the horse and the vehicle and their outfit, what they wear and stuff. And Then there's also going to be a Valentine's Day award. So that in that particular case, instead of being the Courier and Ives presentation, it would be like for a Valentine's Day presentation. And then we're also going to have a costume class also. Now, the public gets to vote on that, so we're going to have little sheets there and stuff, and they can come and walk around and talk to the people and interact with them and ask them about their sleighs and their horses and what all the accoutrements are to it, like the different types of sleigh bells that would be there. And then they get to vote on that, and the awards are given in terms of who gets the most votes from the public. So I always try to encourage the people, these are the people that are going to be voting for you, so you got to really talk it up.
Yeah, that's it's really cool that it really is interactive for the public, that they can come out, because obviously, you may hear or see about this and see it's kind of an equine event, and well, I don't know anything about horses. Maybe this is actually almost a perfect opportunity for people, because they can learn a little bit, they can see what it's all about, and kind of get to experience all that.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of people, it's their chance to get up close and look at this. Most of the time people see it in a picture or on television. Here you can go up and actually, look at the horses and the harnesses and the whole turnout, how it's put together. And people are always willing, the drivers are always willing to talk about their turnouts and what they got for them. There's all sorts of interesting history to it too. Like one of the things people don't realize is that to keep warm in this thing, they used to have little foot warmers that you could put coals from the fire in, and then you'd put your feet on that and pull a lap robe over the top, and that helped keep you warm. And there were some companies that actually even competed against making little bricks that would burn in those things, who could get the ones to burn the longest as a selling point, So,
and that's one of those things that you really wouldn't know otherwise, but that you get to learn about.
And I think it's interesting that way. Even the sleighs, a lot of towns back then required people to have sleigh bells on. We think of it as being kind of neat because we like the sound of it.
Yep.
But the reason was because a sleigh is so quiet when you're going through the snow that people wouldn't hear it coming. And they'd step out in front of it when they're in town. So you were required to do that. And then, of course, it got to the point where people put different combinations of bells together, so you could tell one person from the other person simply by how they sounded when they were coming down the road.
The OG, the original car horn, basically, is what that was. That was no car horns back then, so you had sleigh bells instead.
Yeah.
But now we associate them with kind of being a pleasant sound. We associate them with Christmas, and so what else? Anything else we should know about Winter Fun Day coming this Saturday to Springbrook Events? Anything we missed?
Well, the other thing you can get up close and personal with is the dogs. We have the Alaska Malamute Club. They've been coming every year, and they do dog sled demos also. And again, this year they do have their sleds that have wheels, so they can get out and pull around their sleds and everything too. But they're real happy to have people come and mingle with them and mingle with their dogs and everything. And, they set up a really nice display. So it's not all horses, it's dogs, and just a fun day to come hang out and have fun.
And again, that's coming up this Saturday, February 8th at Springbrook Events. They're out on County Road I in Burnett. If you take, Highway B? Right,
yep.
Out of east out of Beaver Dam, you'll basically come right across the crossroads there, and you can kind of see it off in the distance. So,
and that is something to make sure that you put in the whole complete address, because every year we hear about people that get lost because they put in County I and they end up in Pumpkin Center.
Yes, that does happen. And again, the address, and if you miss it, we are streaming live on DailyDodgeTV. We've got it up on the screen for you right now, all the info. But for those listening on the radio side, it's N8400, N8400, County Road I, Burnett. So plug that into your GPS, and it'll get you the right spot. If you haven't been out there, a beautiful venue and going to be a really fun day. If folks want to learn more, one thing we didn't touch on, cost. What are folks paying to get in here?
You pay nothing to come in.
Free event.
It's free to drive in and come and look around. The only cost is the bobsled ride, which is $8
Oh, not
for a
bad at all.
bobsled ride.
Yeah.
Or if you want to buy some food or shop at the vendors. Otherwise, it costs nothing to come out and hang out.
All right, very good. And again, that's coming up this Saturday, February 8th, out at Springbrook Events, County Road I in Burnett. Folks want to follow along, learn more about the Equine Foundation or about the event. Where can they find you online?
We are on Facebook, WSHCEF, so Wisconsin State Horse Council Equine Foundation. We are also on the website for wisconsinhorsecouncil.org, and we have our own tab there because that is our other arm of our group.
Sure.
So you can find out all of our information there also.
All right. Before we go, I'm just going to give each of you a final chance to let folks know why you think they should come out and check out Winter Fun Day this Saturday. Diane, I'll start with you.
Well, it's our 15-year anniversary, so we do have an anniversary mug, a commemorative mug, and I should have brought one along. I didn't think of it, but it's really a nice little mug, and they're only $10.
Okay.
So there's that. There's great food. There's a lot of fun. There's just sleigh bells in the air. It's just a magical day.
And that is Diane Sackett. Dave Kluge, why should folks come out this Saturday to Springbrook and check out Winter Fun Day?
Because it's something the whole family can enjoy. It's geared, we've got a lot of activities that are geared toward the kids to keep them entertained, different things. And it's a time you can interact with the sled dogs more closely, get to know them, talk to the people, same thing with the horses and stuff. And it's just a good time to get together with family, and it's kind of an educational thing too, because there's a lot of different activities and stuff you can learn from.
All right, very good. That is Dave Kluge and Diane Sackett with Winter Fun Day coming to Springbrook Events this Saturday, February 8th. Free admission, a lot of fun, something for the whole family. So come on out and check it out. If you haven't gotten a chance to check it out in the past, in a lot of ways you can help support the event as well. Thanks so much for coming in today.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Great to see both of you here. Hometown Today, we'll be back with more here in just a little bit on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.